tips of the trade. If you have a tradie there, be sure to...
Alright everyone, welcome to a new week. As per every boxing workout, we start off with 5 2-minute rounds of skipping. I then head straight onto the bags. We did a lot of bag work on this first workout for the week. Can't remember exactly how many rounds we did, but I'm basically here practicing 3-punch combinations. As per the coaches, they want me throwing in bunches of 3s, not just 1 and 2. So that's what I'm doing here. Terrible camera angle, I'm sorry about that. I need to get a tripod. We then go on to a circuit, which is basically all laid out. Move on from stage to stage. This stage was some body sparring. You're keeping your front foot on a weight plate there just to keep you nice and tight with each other, keeping the elbows in tight and just trying to smack each other. So this is a new partner now. This is a double round, this one, and yeah, trying to keep in low, trying to keep the elbows in tight while trying to keep shots tight as well. But I was actually kind of finding it hard to hit this guy. He had a really good guard when it comes to his body. We then moved on to one of the last rounds, and this was on the ski edge. And as you can see here, I'm absolutely tuckered. After ski edge, it was straight on to the row machine, and as you can see here, I am smashing all world record paces. But no, really, I was absolutely buggered here. This is me giving the best. And then yeah, was feeling it after this session. Was feeling it for sure. And then to finish off the session, we did the core work. This is a team core exercises that we do. So as I said, we all sit around in a circle. Every person picks an exercise to do for 20 reps and just all consecutive after each other. I was actually surprised. This took about 18-19 minutes to go all the way through. Onto the bicycles here. Onto some Russian twists. They're getting into some leg raises. You're not seeing all the exercises here, I should point out. I did skip some of them. And then you're onto some mountain climbers there. That was the one I chose. Finishing the workout. Best part of the day. So after the skipping, it was straight to warming up on the bag. Here I'm just practicing simple 1-2, bringing those gloves straight back high up on the face. I'll admit now, for the past probably 1-2-ish weeks, I've just felt like I've been punching in slow motion, and watching this back now sort of reiterates that. I'm not sure what's going on. I think the shoulders may be a little bit tuckered. That or the form's terrible, probably a combination of both. But yeah, I was feeling it on this bag work here, just warming up. Alright, so here we team up, we pair up for these circuit exercises. So it's basically 45 seconds on, you're going as hard as you can through each station, 45 seconds off. So we start off with a rower. I jump in now after his 45 seconds. We do 2 rounds each, so a minute and a half work each round on each station. You're going as hard as you can. Now here you may notice this is actually not me, this is a shoe. I had the camera around the wrong way. Alright, so we go on to the box jumps now after the battle ropes, and you'll notice here, I'm glad I got this on camera, you're going to see me stumble here, try and correct it, but I sort of stumbled on that box jump, and I'm going to talk about this later on in the week because I'm glad I got this on camera. I actually forgot this even happened, but it affects me later on in the week. I keep jumping here, keep doing the box jumps, same thing, 45 seconds off, 45 seconds rest. But yeah, I'm doing this a little bit gingerly at this point. After the box jumps, straight on the air dime bite, pushing as hard as you can for 45 seconds. This is getting towards the end of the circuit, and yeah. Alright, so the second half of the workout, we got split into 2 groups. So the second half of the workout, I am actually hitting the bag here. You're hitting the bag non-stop for 15 minutes, no rest, 45 seconds on each bag. And here I'm just practicing simple 1-2, 1-2, gloves back to the head. And this is non-stop work for 15 minutes, as I said.
A few moments later.
Alright, we are home now. Testing out the new mic. I've got this little DJI mic, so you all should be excited. I'm pretty excited actually to start using this. Hopefully the audio sounds better. Let me know in the comments if the audio is already sounding better with this little personal mic. But yeah, I ran out of storage on my phone at the end of training there. So we finished off with some core work after we did 15 minutes straight rounds on the bag. Just like light, no power shots, just basically practicing a bit of technique and just constant punching. So we finished off with the typical core circle. But now obviously at home, and this is what I'm eating. Thought I'd show everyone what I'm eating. We've got some tuna, 250 grams of white rice, and then just some mango. So 2 cans of tuna in this, 2 small cans. This is like a first dinner I have. Basically straight after I get home I have shower and then I'll have my first dinner, and then I normally sleepish is normally anywhere between 10 and 11. It's been more towards 11 lately, which is not good. I'd like it to be closer to 10, but then I'll eat probably half hour before I sleep as well. So I'll eat again. So obviously with all the training and then work being more physical, I try and up the calories as much as I can. So I don't lose too much weight and lose any sort of lean muscle. So prioritize on protein and good carbohydrates. That's going to be it for Tuesday. Tomorrow is obviously no training on a Wednesday. Hopefully I get to the gym. I haven't been to the gym to do any weights this week. Once again, still kind of feeling flat, I guess, but it's to be expected. I've been doing a lot of volume. Haven't missed a boxing session. So tomorrow I will get to the gym, do a strength workout after work, and then obviously roll into Thursday, back to the boxing gym and back in the ring for some sparring. So stay tuned.
All right, good morning everyone. It is Thursday morning. I have a job on this morning, so that's what we have to do now. For those of you concerned patrons who think that I might be driving and recording at the same time, I'm actually not. So it's the phone that's moving back and forth right now, and that road noise that you can hear is actually an app. So I have an app that makes road noise because it helps me think. So I just clear that up. But yeah, we got a job on this morning, bathroom renovation. Hopefully should only take about half the day, because if it only takes half the day, then I can fit a swim in. Love going to swim at the beach. Obviously the season's drawing to a slow close, but yeah, if I can get a swim in after work before sparring, that'd be great. Obviously you guys will come along for that. If I make it to the beach and get a swim in, I'll take the camera and show you in my budgie smugglers. But yeah, job on today. The guy there is actually pretty nice. He makes the coffee as soon as I get there. So shout out, little tradie, tips of the trade. If you have a tradie there, be sure to offer him a drink of water, offer him a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, just something, because it makes all the difference. I actually, if I have a customer who doesn't offer me anything, I literally will do something wrong on their job, just out of sport. Nah, just joking. Yeah, so sparring today. I didn't get to train last night. Didn't get to train weights last night. I got home from work last night about 7:15, and by that time the body was just not willing to go lift weights. So this is the first time in a while I haven't trained weights Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Obviously it was boxing Monday, Tuesday, and then boxing again tonight. So I'll just have to hit the gym and the weights over the weekend. Overall, the body's still not feeling too red hot at the moment, but it doesn't feel terrible. So we'll make it to training tonight. We'll get some rounds in. We'll get some rounds filmed for everyone, and we'll see you there.
Alright, we're at the gym now. Obviously did some skipping. You didn't all need to see that again. But yeah, did some skipping now, just on the bag, trying to warm up. Once again, feeling like I'm punching in slow motion, trying to practice a jab. This is me actually trying to throw a jab as quick as I can, which is not looking too quick right now. But warming up nevertheless. Try shaking the shoulders out here a little bit because the speed's feeling too quick. The young fella here next to me asked am I sparring. I said absolutely. The champion always spars. Now, if I had to watch this back and watch me on jabbing this bag right now, I probably would have just walked out because I'm clearly not in any condition to be sparring today. But we push on through. I try and convince myself that we can get this done today. We're going to see the sparring very, very shortly, but here I'm just trying to warm up a little bit, trying to move around a little bit, try and shake off the rust that's on my shoulders right now. Alright, so we are into it. I'm paired up here, sparring with a guy who I haven't sparred before. He's actually a really nice guy. We've paired up with a few of the training days before, just doing bag work together and the other circuit exercises. He's definitely more experienced than me, but he hasn't sparred in quite some time. So he was sort of a little bit rusty as well, to be fair to him. But yeah, I'm just basically not sure what pace to go at the moment. You sort of got to judge it off what your partner goes, how hard you feel like they're throwing. At the start of the round, I'm obviously trying to keep busy here, just trying to keep a little bit in his face. I don't feel too comfortable being the aggressor, to be completely honest. I find myself hesitating a lot. You'll see it in my punches, in my shots. Just got out of that one there. Was happy with that little flurry. Our left hand is still dropping a lot. I move it up and down a lot. Look, it's been down there completely. These were 3-minute rounds as well, which is probably important to note. Throwing out a lazy jab. He gets me good there with the right hand. Alright, on to the second round now. I'm really buggered here, which is no surprise, but I'm telling myself he's more buggered than me. I don't know how true that is. But I'm just trying to push the pace a little bit, even though my punches are, as I said, feeling like they're in complete slow motion. Watch this perfect simultaneous jab. Right there, boom. We both jab each other at the exact same time. Boom. Ate that overhand there. That was a really, really well-timed shot from him there. Probably the best shot of the rounds. He definitely got the bigger shots on me. I think he gets a few more on me later in the round too. Boom, got me with a really good right hand there, and that was because my left hand was down at my waist. Really got to get that hands up. It's just something that's, I don't know. I don't know what I got to do, remember, but I guess I got to just keep getting punched like that. Okay, and right about here, right there, yep. My knee, actually, right knee collapsed inwards. I sort of went to push off it and it just sort of collapsed inwards and I definitely felt it. It felt a little bit ginger here. I don't know, maybe I should have just stopped sparring, but it wasn't like a pain or anything, but I just definitely felt it collapse inwards. Finish off the round here. He gets me with a really good left hook. Yeah, right on the forehead. Alright, so just to recap basically what's happened. I actually had completely forgot about that box jump fail when I stumbled on the box jump. And I've gone back to watch it now and I can actually see my foot gets caught. My knee buckles, my right knee, same knee that's buckled during sparring, has actually turned inwards, and then my foot it's turned outwards. So I've definitely aggravated something there on the inside of the knee, probably an MCL strain. Been trying to look up about it a little bit now. Alright, so it is the weekend now, guys, a couple of days later. I have been looking up, obviously researching a little bit about it, asked my local GP, aka ChatGPT. MCL strains, it's probably like the lightest of them all. No swelling, no real pain. Like the only pain, I get a little bit of it's almost like a tiredness, like I can feel like a tiredness on the inner side of the knee there. Almost like if it was bruised or something like that. I've noticed a couple of days I've been on my feet, walking around a lot, it feels like I can feel it at the end of the day. So, should only be a couple of weeks. I've got a heavy duty brace, I've got like a heavy duty knee brace that's hinged on either side. I'm confident enough if I wear that, I could probably train Monday, Tuesday. Obviously won't be doing anything explosive, won't be doing any box jumps. I'll be careful as to what sort of circuit stuff I'm doing if we have more circuits, which I'm assuming we will during the week. This week actually is the first week that the owner / head coach of the gym is actually back. So he's been away all this time since I've been training. His first week back is this week. So I'll get to meet him, that'll be good. And we'll see what the sort of regimen is under his guidance now that he's back. So, and then I probably won't spar this week. I'm probably my own worst enemy in that regard, and I don't trust myself. That, especially when I'm getting fatigued, even with a brace on, I'm probably putting myself at risk of pivoting or doing something that I shouldn't. And obviously it's only minor at the moment, but it could be something that becomes worse. So we'll see what happens. I'll train tomorrow and I'll see how it feels after that, and we'll just monitor it, see what happens. Hopefully, as I said, only 1 week off sparring, but we'll get some other footage for you guys. If you're enjoying the series, I appreciate if you would like, share, comment, and yeah, subscribe. Thanks for all watching. I'll see you in here next week.